What is going on, guys? Sorry, that thing like lags on me. It's weird. What is up? How is your afternoon? Welcome back to the Daily Grind. This is live and recorded. If you guys have any questions after the fact, please feel free to leave it in the comments. Let's say hello to everybody. D. Geppetto, what's up, man? Patrick Murphy, Alexander, good to see you. All Set Miner, we have Ovalbore Tech, Regilio, good to see you. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. I apologize. City, Condibits, good to see you. Dan R. Patrick, Guyan, what's up, buddy? Claus Crypto, Dom G, Steven Cicero, my man, Patrick Murphy. Good to see you all. All right, let's get into this. What the hell is happening with this CEO of Binance, CZ, getting sued by the SEC? And why is my music not working? 1 second, guys. I need to open up my music. Anyways, let's share this, right? I have my man Yeti in the backstage as well, and we're going to be bringing him on in a bit. But let's read this real quick just to see what everything's all about. Man, I am like way behind today. Killing me. All right. Let's see. So we have the SEC sues crypto exchange Binance CEO CZ over multiple security violation allegations, which is kind of crazy. Hold on. I got to get my music up because this is killing me. How's your guys' day? Let me know in the chat. You guys having a good day at work? Happy Monday. Probably not. Usually sucks. Let's see. This. All right. Need something. Need some sort of music. All right. Let's scroll through this. So this was today, actually. It's literally at 2:13. Wait. Hold on. Oh, say they updated it. Oh, wait. No. AM. Right here. EDT. 11:15 AM. All right. So we have... The U.S. Securities Exchange Commission sued crypto exchange Binance, the operating company for Binance.us, and Binance founder and CEO Changpeng CZ Zhao on allegations of violating federal securities laws on Monday. Today, Binance, Binance.us, and CZ offered unregistered securities to the general public in the form of the BNB token and the Binance-linked BUSD stablecoin, said the suit, which also alleges that Binance staking services violated securities law. There are similar charges against BAM trading. What the hell is BAM trading? BAM trading. What does that stand for? Who knows? The operating company for Binance.us and Binance itself, including failure to register as a clearing agency, failure to register as a broker, and failure to register as an exchange. The SEC also alleged that Binance allowed for commingling of customer funds, that CZ was secretly, in quotations, controlling Binance.us, and that a CZ-owned and operated entity was inflating Binance.us's trading volume. And actually, you know what? This was brought up... the trading volume on some of these exchanges, and I wouldn't say Binance per se, but there was what's it called? Max Maher did a video on exchanges and how they actually will kind of fudge the, I guess, the trading volume. It'll be like bots back and forth inside the platform, more or less, that will make it look like people are actively trading up in these trading volumes. And yeah, it was pretty neat. So I'll try to leave it down in the comments below or in the description below after the fact. Let's see. What else does this say over here? The suit also alleged multiple times that Binance allowed U.S. persons, meaning U.S. citizens or people living in the U.S., to trade on its platform despite saying it wasn't. What? Wait, hold on. They can't go after Binance. It's not even located in the company. They can go after Binance.us, right? That doesn't... What does that have to do with anything, to be honest? As a second part of whatever, Zhao, is that how you say his name? And Binance plan to shield themselves from U.S. regulation, they consistently claim to the public that the Binance.com platform did not serve U.S. persons, while simultaneously concealing their effort to ensure that most valuable U.S. customers continued trading on the platform, the suit said. Oh, all right. Well, that kind of makes a little bit of sense. That's crazy. When the Binance.us platform launched in 2019, Binance announced that it was implementing controls to block U.S. customers from the Binance.com platform. In reality, Binance did the opposite. CZ directed Binance to assist certain high-value U.S. customers in circumventing those controls, and to do so. Oh, you know what? This was the oh man, there was an article about this where he allegedly, or it was pretty much like right there, clear as day, saying like a way to skirt around it. Damn, I forget what the article was. I cannot remember for the life of me. But yeah, it was more or less kind of hinting to like, this is how you get around it. Damn, I'll try to remember that later. I might go over this a little bit more tomorrow. Hopefully there's a story out on it. But yeah, it just says, as CZ himself acknowledged it, Binance did not want to be held accountable for these actions. Yeah, so I mean, he definitely knew that he said that. It was like clear as day that he said it in one of his I think it was to the company. I don't think it was like public, but he wanted the company to push it for him. So he was kind of like, you know, cut ties in between, I guess. I don't know. Interesting. All right, what are you guys saying in the chat? Let me see. I haven't had it up this whole time. So if you guys need me, please at me in the chat. I heard that the market was tanking, so I want to see how that's doing. And hold on, I gotta kill all these pop-ups. Jeez, 25k Bitcoin, 25,749. Ooh, everything's dumping. Jeez. All right, well, Binance effed it all up. Look at this shit. How do I get rid of this? Used to be an X here. What the hell's going on? Why is it not working? Okay, well, apparently I can't get rid of the ad anymore. But yeah, damn. So everything's just kind of in a free fall. Everything's deep red. Crazy. Oh god, Doge is at 6 cents. Ugh. Time to buy, I guess. God damn, look at this shit. ETC is at $16. Man, wow, everything's free falling. That's terrible. That's terrible. I gotta get this dark mode off so I can see the chat. Let's see. Paul Collins, hey, what's up, buddy? He said, how do we join MK mining pool? What is the, hold on, I gotta think. I forget. It's let me see. Oh, right here. mkminingpools.org. I want to see if it still works. The site, the URL that I have, I'm not sure if it does. I think he changed it. I forget what it was. He was doing some work. All right. Anyways, let me try to find that out for you. I want to bring on my man Yeti. I want to know what he thinks about this whole CZ thing, but also I want to go over what he more or less looked into. So the atomic wallet, just so you guys know, if you didn't see this morning's video, go check it out. Unfortunately, I played an altcoin daily video in the middle of it, and we continued with the atomic wallet content, so just kind of like cut out the middle. But overall, atomic wallet was hacked for upwards, or definitely more than $35 million. There was, you know, obviously multiple wallets, I guess, breached within this thing. It was like their whole, it compromised the entire wallet somehow, some way internally. So Yeti had some interesting facts on how this might have happened, so I kind of want to just go over it and talk about it a little bit. But yeah, I didn't know he was available today, so that is why I didn't make the title all about atomic wallet. So maybe we'll go over this again if we find any more information, but we did scan some old files from the old download version, and I'll let Yeti explain. So I'm going to bring him on without further ado. My man Yeti, what's up, buddy? Good to see you again.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh man, you're gonna move into the channel at this point. You're gonna stop paying rent. Just kidding. What's so how's everything going? Like tell us what we did, I guess, and then you can share your screen when you're ready, and we will
okay, so much like we normally do with any other wallet, right?
Yeah,
it's no different. We're going to throw the biggest difference for us is that rather than this being like a core wallet or an Electron wallet where it is your whole wallet, right? This is effectively like a custodial wallet. In other words, it's effectively like a centralized system. So started digging around and very quickly realized that there's a couple of code parts to it that are very familiar to me, right? My normal job, I do digital signage, right? For anyone who doesn't know, that's what I do for a living. I code digital signage platform. It's ours. We've done it for 10 years now. And we use Chromium, which is the basis of what Chrome is, right? So the rawness of Chrome without all the frills, basically, without the whole interface. There's a lot of strings in their code that are very similar to ours. So I kind of figured that it's Chromium based, right? So that got my old brain thinking of how you could get through some of the security. Now, I'm not sure when the last update was, but I know from Chromium, the last update was like 2 weeks ago on Chromium, for a big sort of like core upgrade. And what that was for was not only performance benefits, but obviously any vulnerabilities they might have found. Now, obviously, Google won't disclose if they find vulnerabilities unless the public makes them aware of it. So my worry is that did they just get caught out with an update that they didn't get rolled out fast enough? You know?
Oh, really?
It could have been that simple, that they just left an old version of a program that they're using to connect out to their wallet, and they just haven't updated it quick enough.
No,
and somebody's realized and exploited it. That's my logical brain thinking of, especially given that we use very similar technology at work. So
do you want me to show your screen?
Yeah, you can do.
All right, let's do it.
Let me explain.
You might have to zoom in a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna move this as well. So guys, give me a second. I'm just gonna move it down here so I can see what's going on. All right.
So you can see here that, right, so this is telling me what family types of strings there are in this. This is our Intesa system that we use for debugging all of our core wallets, Electron wallets. This is brilliant software. It's very expensive, but been nice enough that I'm, been able to cover the cost for it through my business, because we need to use it anyway. So we're going to double it up purpose-wise. We're going to be able to use it for my business as well as obviously auditing wallets at the same time. So it's a nice deal.
Well, thank you. Awesome.
Well, it's just one of those things that I need to do anyway as a business. So, and when I realized that this is actually more comprehensive than our existing auditing software, I was like, I might want to actually just swap over. So what I can tell you here is, so I looked up what this is, and this is basically just a Chrome rebranded, tweaked browser, basically, a bit like Brave browser.
Okay.
Right. So that's basically Chrome. So these two are one in the same, effectively. So looking at the Chrome stuff, you can see here that this is all just ordinary Chrome stuff. And this is where my thought comes into mind, that I know that Google Chrome are so quick at rolling out updates, something like every 2 weeks.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh, yeah. Like we went from version 100 to like 110 in the quickest time I've ever seen.
Oh, wow.
But yet we've gone from 110 to like 114. It's took 6 months. It really depends on how far they're getting with certain parts of their code. So I really do think that's probably what's happened. Somebody's just dropped the ball on an update and they've been punished for it. And this is one of the reasons why we don't take this lightly when we get this, because obviously we deal with some big companies for our digital signage. And if we had a hack like that, that would be us done. That like gone. We'd lose all of our business immediately. We get, and this is the thing that I can't understand, is that we get notifications from Google saying we've got a new version out. We advise you to update. We get all of the what they call 0-day exploits. So as soon as they know about them, we get told about them. We're on their partner list. So, as soon as that email comes through, I'm already on the case getting the code updated, because the longer I leave it, the more likely you are to get hacked.
That's messed up. That's kind of scary to even know. So just for anybody that might not be knowing what the hell's going on, so I put out an announcement in Mr. Mining Discord to get somebody that had the downloads folder, or the download file for the Atomic wallet in their downloads folder, because whoever uses it, somebody had to have. But Yeti went to try to get it, and what did they do? They shut it down, the repositories?
They've shut down all of their download server, not just the Windows one, it's all of them.
So they unplugged it, like legit.
Linux, Mac, the only things that are still online are the ones that are in the App Store, because they're not hosted by them. They're hosted by Apple and Google respectively.
Okay. So how, all right. So I guess, we were talking a little bit after the stream this morning, and you mentioned, what you thought would be the way how they could grab all that crypto. So do you want to like explain that a bit?
What's even funnier, now that I've seen this, I can even give you like A to C steps now, in my view of how it's that happened, right? So somebody's realized that there's a vulnerability in the Atomic wallet, right? So they've either not told anyone, right? And this could have been going on for a couple of weeks that they had access, and nobody would have known, right? If they're good enough. And then by that time, you get all your code right for that bot so that when you trigger it, it will work flawlessly. So you probably find that a couple of days before this happened, right, there was a couple of weird transactions that might have just appeared on the blockchain, right? Small amounts though, nothing big to alert anyone. And then they get their code right and then they pull the trigger. So I wouldn't be surprised if they had access like for days before.
Jeez.
That's scary. And then once they've got the bot running, I mean, if you look at all the timestamps, they sent more than 100 transactions a second. There is zero way anyone, and I mean anyone human,
never
could ever do that.
No, absolutely not. But so I guess what I want like people to know, right, or what you said earlier about like how can, like, what's the difference, I guess, between like the way they probably run shit and like, say, you know, Trust Wallet. So you said that they probably have like a, what was it, like a one base like place that holds all the crypto. Do you remember?
Sort of. It's probably more like a few servers rather than one, but think of it like one because it will be under a load balancer, which means it acts like one server anyway, right? So if one's getting a bit busy over here, it will shunt you over here to where it's less busy. Right. But it all acts as one server fundamentally. So take it as one server, right? More what's happened is once they've got through to that central server, the once you've breached that initial layer of security, 90% of the time, most people will say that's enough. They won't put any extra layers in. Why? Because they think that they're impenetrable. Unfortunately, I've learned from my own experience over the years that one layer is not enough.
Right.
Like at all.
So like, I guess just like for like, you know, us as I get like normal people, right? Not like you that knows everything about coding. So like when we have our crypto, right, what I think is like, shit, this stuff's in my phone and that's it. Like I got the codes and all that stuff. Like, so how does that work? Like when you send crypto to your wallet and it's going to an app, it's getting put into like a server,
wallet.
Like
that's probably going to be a custodial wallet. So in other words, they look after it for you. You can export your keys, right? But effectively, they hold the control. That's why.
So that's the definition of custodial. It makes sense.
Yeah. Well, this is the problem, right? If you wanted to load up a proper safe wallet on your phone, you need the actual like core wallet or something that downloads the whole blockchain. So it doesn't connect to anything else except the internal stored stuff.
That's right.
Well, if you were doing Bitcoin, that blockchain is nearly 500 gigabytes.
Yeah, no chance.
There's no way you could store that on a phone.
No.
So they generally look upon it slightly different when it comes. That's why the whole terminology Web3, right? Especially when it comes to wallets. Web3 wallets are just web-based custodial wallets. No different than Dynex. They run a web wallet. Casper runs a web wallet.
You know, that's so weird.
Technically, even though you can export your keys, it's still running off their server. If they wanted to do something nefarious, there's nothing stopping them.
I never thought about that.
It's all about trust, and that's the biggest one. This is what all this is doing. It's just destroying everyone's trust in these type of programs.
Wow.
And for some people, these programs are better than them having to deal with it all themselves. I appreciate that not everyone wants to deal with it all themselves, right? That's why I don't think Ledger's idea about the recovery was a bad idea. I think it was just implemented wrong. They should have come out with a specific product for that purpose.
Right.
That would have solved the issue there and then.
Yeah, I feel like this just opened doors for people to be like, hey, let's see what we can do. And that's whatever. Hashtag blame Ledger, right? No, but for real, like thinking about it like that, right? I always thought like a custodial wallet, I'd be like, okay, so like that's like my crypto like in an exchange, you know, because I send it there and that's they're taking care of it technically. I don't have the keys, just whatever. I never thought about it like an app would be a, you know,
I will say
wallet.
one thing though, the only benefit around mobile phone apps, like proper apps, not web-based apps where they connect you off to a website. I'm talking about like an actual app.
Yeah.
They are all audited by Google and iOS teams. They will not publish an app on their store no more. After all the fiascos in the past, they audit everything. I was telling you after the stream, it took me ages to get asked through. Yeah. And it was strange because they were saying that, oh, well, it's this reason and this reason. And you're like, doesn't make any sense. And then they give you a spool out of your code and they're like, it's this line here. And you're like, oh,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they really go that granular. You have to hand them the source code. They see all of it uncompiled and everything.
So, all right. So an app-based wallet only is more safe than something that has ties to a desktop wallet, I guess.
However, there are app-based wallets that sort of trick the system a little bit by opening up a web connection inside of their own. So it's like a miniature browser.
Kind of like Zelcore. Not trying to put them on the spot, but
Zelcore is the prime example of that one.
Right, right.
But Zelcore obviously implements their two-factor authentication based blockchain technology style, right? It's actually stored on the blockchain as a hash.
Right.
Thankfully, there's nothing out there that can actually crack those hashes yet, but I'm sure we'll all be worried when there are.
Right.
But you know, I look upon it this way: I keep a certain portion of crypto in hot wallets. That's your software-based wallets, right?
Yep.
So that I can go buy something or do a bit of trading, or it's where I'm dumping my mining before I sell it on an exchange. Right. And then if there's anything I want to keep long term, that's where I put my hardware wallet into place and go, well, that's it. It stays offline. It gets turned on once a year. Right. That's it.
But like,
unless
so the
difference,
difference,
the company comes out with like a emergency update.
Right. So like a ledger per se, or like just any kind of cold wallet, they actually have the blockchain loaded onto that device. Is that how that works? Like, just trying to put it in like layman's terms, like
Ledger is a bit strange the way that they do these almost work more like an Electron wallet, right? Where it only downloads the data in your wallet rather than the whole blockchain.
That's what I was wondering.
It's a bit more like a read-only variable until you tell it to send, and then because it's got your private key, it has the ability to release it. But fundamentally, it's read-only. Okay. So it only reads from your wallet. That's why Electron wallets like sync up within a few minutes, whereas some core wallets can take days.
Yeah. All right. That makes way more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was trying to think, like, when you said, like, there's no way you could put an app like that on your phone that would hold the whole blockchain. That's why I was like, wait a minute. Like, the ledgers, they don't have that much space on them either. So, okay. Yeah, that's a little
so think
more
of it more like an Electron wallet where it only grabs your data from your wallet rather than the whole blockchain. It almost doesn't do the so with a core wallet you get the certain level of validation, right? That's why it takes so long to download the whole blockchain and get it running, because it's got to download it and then checksum everything in the blockchain to make sure it's all valid,
right?
Because otherwise you could end up with discontinuity in your blockchain data, and then you'd be messed up. You'd be sending things out that wouldn't hit the block at all, and then it'd be stuck in limbo. So that's why, you know, Electron's really good for that, because they only grab what it's needed.
Damn. Okay. Man. Real quick. So Sox fan in the chat said, so Zelcore is a problem. I wouldn't say it's a problem. It's just, it's a vulnerability, right? At the end of the day, that's kind of what we're getting at. So the apps are scanned, but if they have like, so Atomic Wallet, they had an app and they have a desktop wallet. So it's the same thing, right? Like if the desktop wallet is exploited in the fashion that it was, it has ties to everything in your app. That's the
So
problem. So
once you've got through one firewall, right? Say you've gone through one door, right?
Mhm.
Now you're in their server.
Mhm.
Now you have access to every single bridge,
it'll be the
the
app
mobile
door and the
phone app,
desk. Yep.
the home app, the PC app. You know, once you've got into their server, it's pretty much fair game. Like you've got
That's
access that nothing's going to stop you
and they
at
have
that
the
point.
key to disperse all of it inside that
Correct.
server. That sucks.
Because
That's so
the keys
hard.
have got to be stored so that if you request them to be exported, that they can actually export them.
And
They
it
have to
actually
store them somewhere.
right, and it actually makes sense the fact that they you know, unplugged it from the wall. They had to. If they didn't, more could have been stolen. But depending
Correct.
on how much they actually took, I mean,
They
realistically, there's only so
probably
many
all
they
they've
can
done
do.
is probably just jack the patch cable out back.
Oh yeah,
It's probably still on, but it's just got no internet to it,
right,
or they've firewalled it completely so that nobody can access it.
right. Locked it down 100%.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
They're the guy or people or whoever gets the job of auditing that, I do not
That's gonna be a
like.
nightmare. That is a
Horrid.
PR nightmare.
Horrid.
100%. God. All right. So kind of getting into like the apps a little bit, right? Apps you guys can trust. My opinion, Trust Wallet. The name, right? Kind of funny, but it's the Trust Wallet actually. You know what? Yeti, can you go to their site for me? Because I don't have my screen share anymore. I freaking closed it. But Trust Wallet doesn't have a desktop app. They have a browser extension, which is like, it's not so much.
So that's
yeah,
like MetaMask.
it's kind of like the MetaMask thing. But so can you explain a little bit about that, Yeti? So yeah, you can see real quick. It has the App Store, Google Play, Android, and that is the whatever it is, the
Right.
browser based.
I'll explain this, right? So these two here are obvious, right? That's the Google and iOS app stores, right? This is probably messing people up a minute because they're looking at it going, well, what? Like there's two here for the same thing. No. If you have a rooted Android device so that you've got root access so that you can what's called sideload install unassigned apps, you might be an app developer. You need a rooted device to do that because you can't otherwise install your app until it's in the store, and you can't get it in the store till you qualify your app that it's all working. So
Gotcha.
that's why they allow rooted devices. iOS does slightly differently. They give you a VM that's designed for building on their platform now. If you don't have a Mac PC, that is, you can actually download Mac software that's specific for app in building, but it's only available on Mac, so it's pain. But this is, see, now me, I would only go to either of these two. I will not do sideloaded apps, not that especially from places I don't know, because sideloading an app could do the exact same thing and exploit your phone and move all your crypto out in the background without you knowing the next time you open up your program. So I only go to the two trusted options because they'll have been verified.
They hammer you through like the gauntlet to get your app approved. So that's kind of what he's getting
Even updates have to go through the same approval.
Oh really? All right, so that's good. That's awesome, actually.
Yeah. Every single version on the App Store and Google Play Store is checked and validated, even updates.
Okay, can you explain the browser-based section and how that's different than an actual desktop wallet, like per se?
Yeah. Okay, so the best example of a Chrome extension that probably most people will know is MetaMask. MetaMask is a Chrome extension. What it is effectively like a miniature browser in a browser. So it allows you to write a piece of code that can interact with a server remotely. I've got a Google Chrome extension for my work that I wrote. And all it is, it just pings all of our servers and tells me if they're on or offline every 30 minutes. If one of them's off, it'll put a little alert box on the icon. But I would never use it for anything super like urgent. Why? Because there's all number of things wrong with Google Chrome extensions in my view. They're terribly coded most of the time. There's no checksums from Google in relation to Google Chrome extensions. They're just, you can go and get an extension put on their system in 30 minutes.
Oh, wow. God.
So it always, and there's no like incremental validation on Google Chrome store. Now, there are talks that they are going to do that, but it's the cost. Like, you got to understand that it's taking up one person's day to just do one.
Right.
It's going to get really, really expensive for them. So I'm not sure whether they ever will. I hope they do.
Right.
Because it would really help.
Oh, it's safing up the place for sure.
Making it safe.
Yeah. So like, well, how is it, how is a desktop app, I guess, more, the desktop download like software more exploitable than the browser? I guess.
Okay, so actually they're both technically easily exploitable if there's holes in the system, right? Okay. So with a Chrome extension, you might exploit it by doing a phishing attack, right? I get you to go to a specific website, bing, up pops your wallet.
But then that's my fault. Right.
Very true.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I send you to that website and bam, it loads up autonomously because it's detecting what that Chrome extension's locking on for.
Gotcha.
Now, if your wallet isn't locked, I can tell it to go and pay me without you even authorizing it. Really bad, right?
Yeah, that's what happened actually a few times. Yeah, in the space recently, like this guy, I'm not gonna say who it is, but yeah, he lost like
validity contract hack was the best one, where they basically airdrop you free coins, right?
Yeah, it was one of those.
In the contract, you look down it gives them complete access to your wallet, basically. So that they can airdrop you these tokens. What they didn't realize is that you could also do that in reverse and empty it.
Oh shit, that's messed up. Okay. All right, so I guess like the point I'm kind of getting at, right? The whole, again, app, like what's safe, right? People are saying, like, they're asking if Exodus is safe in the chat. Exodus is, they've had plenty of issues. I mean, I'm not gonna really get into that, but Exodus, I wouldn't consider it. It's the same thing as the safe.
Same problem as Atomic Wallet. Same problem as them all, really. It's how much do you trust them, right?
Right.
The way that I look at it is, I keep on a hot wallet the bare minimum that I feel comfortable losing. Right, so that's the easiest way to look at it. How much do you want to lose?
Right,
and that's how much you should be having the maximum on your hot wallets.
Right.
The rest should be in a cold storage wallet, so it's safe.
So I mean, at the end of the day, again, like the whole ledger debacle, like that stuff sucks, but at least your crypto can't be taken out without it being plugged in. So if it's unplugged, your shit's safe.
Correct.
For now, right? Until something else happens. Goddamn. Anyways, so yeah, the Trust Wallet. What I was getting at is that app I would trust more than most. Again, it's not because of the name, it's the fact that they don't have a desktop wallet. They only have the browser extension. So like if it gets messed up and your stuff gets hacked, that's kind of your fault because you went to a link that exposed that desktop the browser extension.
Although,
you exposed that.
I would love to see those sort of companies that have those autonomous, like, oh, you've gone to this link, boom, instantly open it. Pop and confirmation box up first. I mean, come on. All you got to do is put a confirmation box before anything happens. Oh, so this website is trying to open this, or this program wants access to X, Y, and Z. Right? A lot of apps have started to do that, but not all of them, and certainly not Chrome extensions.
Right.
Like,
so
apps are getting made to do it. So I think it's only fair that so should like other little parts to those apps also be requested to, I know that Chrome started implementing a feature that actually forces that. So it just depends on where they're at with their development of that. Because we were warned of it at the beginning of the year that they're going to start enforcing like auto opens to actually have confirmations. And because we run kiosks, you can't be having confirmations pop up because somebody's trying to use the kiosk. They might be ordering some food. They might be, looking at something online. The last thing you want is that, oh, this is trying to open. Do you want to confirm it? So we have to work a little bit around that at the moment.
Interesting. So Alvidis said, so coin drops are a scam. I wouldn't say they're a scam,
Not
but
all of
there's
them.
there's certain ones that people are like they're intentionally put out there to be a scam.
NFTs are also doing the same, funnily enough, as well,
Yeah, absolutely.
which
Same
is
same
awful as
shit.
well, because some people have paid like way over the odds for their NFTs.
Yeah.
Like, some people bet their house on an NFT, and that's just crazy. So
Right. Let me see. So DJ Roman VF said, my friend told me he opened his
I
MetaMask
agree, mate.
wallet and then a random website opened telling him to connect his wallet and he turned it off and never turned it back on. He said told him he might have a virus.
Yep.
I mean, if he didn't click into it, then would he be all right, you think, Yeti? Or is it if you go to the
As
site
long
you
as
have?
he shut it down there and then, yeah, he should be fine. In theory, what I'd do is I'd boot that up offline, so it's not got any installation of a network, at
Right.
all, Wi-Fi or LAN, and then run an antivirus scan, because that way you'd be able to get rid of it before it's active. So
Nerdbeast said marriage is a smart contract. You give the other person access to, I think he said,
to your stuff if you
to all your
accept
stuff.
it.
I think he meant to say. Yeah, pretty much. But man, so I mean, personally, I would go for Trust Wallet for a hot wallet over any other wallet. That's just my opinion. Knowing that the whole desktop thing can compromise your app in general with some
Yep.
sort of connection between. Not so much for the browser-based stuff. I wouldn't recommend using the browser-based for Trust. I would recommend only using the app on your phone. That's what I do. So yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing I use. I used to use Exodus, but Exodus has a desktop wallet. Zelcore has a desktop wallet, and it sucks because I didn't even consider Zelcore really being a risk, I
Although
guess, as much as I
my
thought. But
point, my point about desktop wallets is that as long as they're on top of their updates, and Zelcore
Zelcore
team
is, yeah.
they release an update pretty much every week, right? Whether
Yeah,
it be a small update, big update, they're generally always pushing forward.
that's very true. Yeah.
That shows a little bit more safety than others. If they
Sure.
leave, there's 4 months before they've updated it, that's a worry,
Right.
Yeah,
No, makes
so
total sense.
Paul Collins in the chat just says, I've seen DNX or DyneX go into a GUI wallet soon. Yes, they are. I've already had the call.
Sweet.
We'll be auditing that.
Nice. Be awesome. Oh yeah. Let's see. How does this and AI sorry. How does this and a AI is coming to keep staying on the bottom of the chat? I am so confused. What? Sorry, AC mining. If you can elaborate a little bit. You don't know what he's saying, do you? I'm not following that.
No, I was trying to work out what it might.
So was I, and I just lost it.
AI is coming to.
Yeah, no worries. What's it called? Joker Miner said, I only have Zelcore app on my iPhone and it crashes every time I log in. I can't do anything and their support sucks. Yeah, Zelcore is a little different on the phone. So, I mean, I have mine personally on both, right? Computer and phone, but Zelcore is kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of a different animal when it's like, logging in wise, like it has to be all proper keys on the, like, whatever your username is, like you have to type it in exactly that way. Like even after it, if you leave a space at the end, the username's wrong. So you got to make sure you delete the space. You know what I mean? Like that was my problem initially when I was trying to log in. I'm like, what is happening? But I could go on my computer and I'd log in fine. I'm like, oh my God, because I was copy and pasting my username, not typing it in. There was an issue there. So that's what happened. But yeah, I don't know. It's, again, I just personally, for me, if I'm going to use a hot wallet, I'm only going to keep minimal in Zelcore on my desktop. Other stuff, I'm going to use Trust Wallet, minimal in the Trust Wallet, just to, mine to, send, receive, and savings account in my ledger, even though I don't like the fact they did that whole sharding thing. At least I know my stuff's safe for the most part, unplugged from the PC, off in the corner, or my safe or whatever.
It certainly buys you some time with Ledger, because they actually have, I believe they've paused the rollout of their firmware at the moment because of the backlash. So right now you may as well just put it to one side and then when you're ready
until
to
you
do
find
the
a wallet
move,
that's better.
yeah,
That's really it. Like this.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So Yeti's working on something to be able to start testing wallets and kind of put his detection software, I guess, per se, in between the computer and the hardware device. So we're gonna try to bridge the middle and see what happens, like if your stuff's actually encrypted when the shards come out or
Is that
whatever.
what we're calling it these days?
You what?
Is that what we're calling it these days?
I guess. I guess. It's yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just like, this whole thing sucks. Everything sucks about it. It's not fun for anybody. I feel terrible for people that lost their money. It's
I mean, there was a gentleman, Andre, this morning, wasn't there, that you know, his partner lost 20 grand.
yeah, that's awful.
Oh, I sent all that over to that guy over on Twitter to add to his hash list. He doesn't have them.
Goddamn. Awesome. Well, that sucks.
But
So yeah,
that means now that chain's going to get even longer now because there's another 20 grand to add to it.
no shit. And
You
that's
think
not, I
that-
guarantee it's not just him. It has to be, like they say 35 million. It's probably closer to 100, that because they don't know all the little amounts that were
To be
taken.
fair, that's where I would say. That's where I'd say 100 million probably by the time they actually get it all transferred.
Oh, actually, somebody asked about Phantom Wallet. I have that on an app on my phone only because of the Hive Mapper, but I don't use it otherwise. Do they have a desktop wallet? I don't even know. I have no idea, to be honest. Phantom. Let me see. I'm gonna show Yeti's screen. See if I can find it.
Oh God, it's for NFTs.
Jesus.
It says iOS, Android, Chrome, and Brave. Let's see what's what. No, it's a app
Extension.
and extension. So yeah, if you're gonna do it, go for either of these two.
Yeah, like stay away from the desktop wallet if you can. If you're gonna use it and you click on something, it could back end into your phone app, which is
that's to me. I would just use
use
this.
Stick to stick to the apps, man. Just if you can.
Yeah. Let's see if they've got any problems. Actually, you can see here. Look, this is what I'm talking about, right? So browser extension and mobile app, they have two separate routes. You know, obviously, if you were to exploit this route, once you're in the server, you've obviously got access to this route then,
right? And
everything that's on both sides. So that's what I think just happened to Atomic. I think they just got caught with, you know, with their pants down basically.
We're literally thinking the same thing. Literally got caught with their pants down. That sucks. That's tough.
Which is like, awful because it's not them that's going to suffer for this. No. They'll take a rap on the knuckles and they'll still have people using them.
Oh, 100%. Well, again, it's a lot of people they're just lackadaisical, don't give a shit, right?
Yeah.
So that's that sucks. Yeah, and I guess, you know, he was asking this morning too, like, do they have any type of insurance? And no, to be honest, is the answer. It's an unfortunate answer, but it's yeah, no, it's not. This is why we advocate to get a hardware wallet, because there's no insurance. There's nothing backing it. It's not like a bank. They don't cover your shit if it's lost up to X amount of dollars. Like nothing. I mean,
a bank will only cover you up to, I think, 80 grand.
Yeah, and I think, you know what, though? So I kind of give props to Ledger in this aspect, where when they said the whole shards thing, if something happened,
they did say that there was going to be,
they would give you an insurance up to 50K. So that was like, that's a little bit of a peace of mind. But at the end of the day, if you have a lot in crypto, it ain't gonna. You what?
They should have just done a separate product.
Oh, 100%.
It would have solved the whole thing.
Yeah, I do think that triggered people looking for exploits in wallets now. And I don't know. That's just my opinion. Sucks. Yeah. Only for 50K, so Calco, yeah. So I mean 50K, it's a decent amount for, like, you know, your average Joe, but if you're into crypto really hard, you're mining and all this shit, you've been in it for a while, like, you probably have more than 50K in crypto in it. I mean, but let's put it this way, it's better than nothing. Okay? So like, again, Yeti, what you just said, your only bank account's probably going to get like 80K. Right, something along those lines. I'm not exactly sure. Every bank's probably different, but still, you're only going to get a piece of what you lost if you lose it. You know what I mean? If you had $1 million in there, you're only getting some of that. You ain't getting it all back. At least they offer to do something. So something's better than nothing at the end of the day.
I mean, 50K is still pretty impressive given that it's crypto. You know,
That's
normally
very impressive. Yeah.
any insurance company, you even mention the word crypto, they won't even touch it. I can't even get insurance on my mining rigs here. My house insurance won't cover it.
Oh, wow. That's weird.
At all, because it's crypto related. It's written in the contract. I was quite surprised. I phoned them up and asked them. I was like, but it's not crypto related. It's hardware. It's just like my PC. They're like, yeah, but it's actually like, we can tell you've told us that it's an octo miner, and we've gone and looked up what one of these is, and you know, they've just seen crypto and gone, no, we don't want anything to do with it. Bye bye.
Oh,
just,
God.
Yeah. They'll cover the cards. They will cover the cards, but not the box.
Okay. Makes sense, though. I mean, I get it. I get it. Let's see. So, yeah, so I would say, Carl Coate asked in the chat, he said, so get multiple hard wallets then. I would recommend, if you're going to have a significant amount of crypto, oh, actually, you know what? I think I know what you're saying. You're saying like get multiple ledgers, right? Say for 50K a piece. I mean, that would, yeah. Why wouldn't that work? I guess you could be two different people, but you probably have to, if something happened, probably put it in your wife's or significant other or somebody else's name, because I don't think they would actually, you know, get it back. I don't think they'd give you the 100K, right? I don't know. And also when they're sharding it, they're taking your info. So I don't think it would be, I think it would be a piece, you know, they'd kind of lump them together. That'd be my opinion, but I don't know. Okay, app issue. So AC mining, let me see. I am the only one seeing this message at the bottom of the live chat. No. What, bottom of the live chat? What are you talking about? You talking about this on the screen? Just welcome back to the daily grind thing? I don't see anything at the bottom of the chat on.
Me neither.
It must be you're getting hacked. That's the problem. I'm just kidding. I have no idea what it is, but yeah, no, it's not in my live chat. So let me see. Someone asked us to recap something. Where is it? I just went by it. For 30 minutes single wallets. Sorry, where the hell is it? Oh, right here. TD said, can we please do a recap on the best app wallets and best hardware wallets? So I can tell you what I use. I can't tell you what the best is because I don't. At the end of the day, I don't know. Nobody knows what the hell's going on. We might have a
better idea once we get the hardware wallet audit starting to roll, because that'll be when we notice whether some of them are a lot less secure than we thought.
Right. So I mean,
that's scary prospect territory for me, because the worst bit is I could plug a wallet in, find that it's completely exploitable, and sit there with my hands in my head in my hands and just think, well, what do I do now?
Right.
Like, you know, it might be Ledger, for example. I find a massive exploit there, and then I'm looking at it going,
I would ship Ledgers. I'd be so mad.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to doing the audits on the hardware wallets, to be fair.
I know. No, me neither, to be honest. I honestly, like, again, what I didn't know didn't hurt me. I didn't even think about that to be an option, be able to shard your shit out of your freaking wallet. But apparently that's it. Yeah, end of the day, the pirate's 100% right. He says, don't keep all your eggs in one basket. The best thing you can do is probably put 25% of your stuff in 4 different places. That's what I would probably recommend, like, the best thing to do. But personally, I use a Ledger for my hardware wallet as of right now. I haven't plugged it back into the computer since this whole sharding thing. So I know it's safe not being plugged in right now. That's just, you know, as of right now. Then Trust Wallet. Again, Ledger's my savings. Trust Wallet's my checking. That's an app on my phone. And I don't tie it into anything on my computer. So it's just on my phone. I only open it when I need it, close it down when I don't. That's it. You know what I mean? And it's got like the face recognition or passcode to type in, like, you know, those things.
TD just said, Yeti, please don't crash the crypto market with what you find out. Me and Trump have had this chat. We are acutely aware that if we find something really bad,
we're gonna have to bring it up to them. Not we won't be able to tell anybody until so it's we gotta walk a fine line. So it's like there's a fine line between exploiting a problem or, you know, trying to actually do like a penetration test and be proper about it, right? So if we ended up getting into something where it became an issue, like, hey, shit, this wallet's broken and this is where it is, I can't tell all you guys, because then some asshole's going to watch it, send it to another asshole, and someone's going to get into it. So we'd have to call or reach out to this company and be like, listen, you guys effed up and here it is. Like, this is the proof. So fix it.
And give them a bit of time and then say, look, if it's not done within, usually you say, if it's not done within 30 days, then I'm going to publish my findings, usually is what happens.
Right.
You
And
give the company ample time, unless there's a fundamental flaw with the hardware, in which case then we have to be a little bit more
lenient,
understanding, basically, to the whole situation.
Makes total sense.
Absolutely.
Makes total sense. Yeah. Damn. Well, dude, you're awesome. Thanks so much for coming on. I don't I
thoroughly enjoy it. You know me.
No, this is honestly, I haven't got enough sleep and my brain hurts from all of this nonsense that's going on right now. Like, there's so much shit in the crypto space. Like, we have, the whole FTX thing kicked it off. The bear market sucks ass. We're friggin' Ledger threw us for a loop. Now this wallet's getting hacked. That wallet's getting hacked. It's just like, there's so much shit that's like, I can't even wrap my brain around it. CZ's getting friggin' sued by the SEC. He doesn't even live in America. Like, I don't even know. This is just completely insane. Completely insane. But yeah, do you guys have any last questions in the chat before we get out of here? I'm gonna go for like another 5 minutes or so.
Gaming with Smokey Dan, he puts, can crypto wallets like a GUI one work and run on Windows 7 PCs? I wouldn't advise that at all. Or will it need a different OS? As I will turn my old PC. If you're going to do an old PC idea, you might even be better with a Linux option, because that'll take more, like a lot more hacking to get into than a Windows machine, especially an old Windows machine that's no longer getting security updates. So Windows 7 has not got any support now.
So Linux is more secure in a sense? I've never done
if you were doing a cold storage like old PC for a wallet setup, definitely, because Linux will run on really old equipment, like really old equipment. I mean, you can run Linux on a mobile phone.
Interesting. Mr. Sorry, I'm gonna tag the Mining King quick in Discord. I gotta see how to get to his pool.
TD also says, I think that's the best move. You should also probably get a fee for finding the exploit. You're talking about a bug bounty. I'd be happy to not even take a bug bounty if it meant just making sure that people are more safe. I don't do this for money. I never wanted money. I've got donation options, but to be quite honest, I couldn't care if I get a single donation. It's not about that.
Right.
It's about making sure people are safe.
Well, at the end of the day, too, it's making sure we're safe. Like, we're checking out our own shit, too, because, like, we're just as curious as all you guys. We don't know what the hell's going on. We didn't make these wallets. We don't know what the hell's in them. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, when this whole thing came about and, I talked to Yeti about it, he's like, we should do this and see if we can, like, kind of break into them, or not break into them, but, like, see if there is a way to get into them easily that needs to be figured out or fixed, That's it just brought things to light in a different way. I don't give a shit about making money from like the company and holding it over their head or something. It's all about making sure we're safe also, because we want the most safe wallet, because I don't want to lose my shit either. You know what I mean? I don't know. Game with Smokey Dan said, may pick your brain about this during the week or coming weekend if possible, or anyone else, and he tagged you, so
no problem.
Feel free, man. Feel free. Mr.
No.
Go ahead, sorry.
I don't have any ulterior motive other than trying to just be more safe around crypto.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing. So many people just download programs, right? This is in general, not just for crypto. DJ Mine's got hit recently. He lost a whole load of money. Second TL recently got hit for $300. And he got a link from somebody he trusts. It was just because they're by the sounds of it, their account was compromised. Then they sent that link to Second TL. He clicked it and bingo, there we go. And, it's so easily done now.
Yeah.
Just all I say is that people try and be a bit more safe around, downloading files. Make sure you scan it. If you're really that worried, drop me a DM, tell me where the file is, I'll go and scan it.
Yeah. What like
I'm
what's
more
the
than
best way
happy.
they can scan wallets? What should they download? Is there anything free or?
So Virus Total will give you at least a rough guess, and if anything shows up, then drop me a DM and say,
Take pictures, yeah.
something's up with this wallet. Can you take a look? Recently, Serpent dropped me a message saying, "Oh, this wallet's throwing like 20 different warnings up. All of them were for false positives because they have a Tor entry point on it, like Radiant. That's not malware. It's just because it's
Oh.
deemed insecure, even though it's actually more secure than the internet. So it comes down to what antivirus programs consider viruses and malware. So
Gotcha.
just got to be, got to be careful.
Let me see. Didn't work. I'm telling oh, you know what? I have access to Hawk's Hive OS. I guess I could log in if I needed to. That's not working, Depran. Or Iowa crypto mining. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, it is. Hold on, it came up. All right, there we go.
Yeah, I think he's got to put HTTP, not HTTPS. I don't know if King's got his SSLs working yet.
No, he's not. It's just this. That's it.
He's still working on SSLs.
Yeah. So if you want to let me see. Got it. Thank you, Mr. Hawk. Let me say thank you to him real quick. Sorry, guys.
I believe that UK Miners Club has been helping him get the site design working and stuff, and I believe that King's doing quite well.
Right here, this is how you mine to it. This is uswest.mkhosting.org:4601. That is the stratum to use if you guys are doing Radiant, and then obviously there's probably another one for Neox.
Yeah, it's probably a different port.
4600. So there you go. Hopefully that helped whoever was trying to do it in the live chat. But yeah, I'm not mining to it, so I forget, to be honest. You know what? I totally could have just went and looked at my flight sheet that I have in my I had my solar trailer mining to Radiant pool for a little while. And thank you, Serpent, by the way, for the raid. I didn't even know you were live. I apologize. Let's see. Thanks for the reminder. We'll switch over soon. Nice, man. Nice. All right. The bear market is fine. What's not fine is the wallet's failing us. This will scare people to turn them away from the space, and that's the huge factor here. That's the problem.
That's the whole reason why we're doing this. And I don't know if Serpent actually wants me to talk about this yet or not. So, Serpent, do you want me to stay quiet? I'm sure he's in the chat, so he'll be able to tell us whether or not he wants me to talk about this or not.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But if he says it's okay to talk about it, then I'll explain what the plan is.
Yeah. We got to find somewhere that's or I guess auditing. He said about what, so he doesn't know. Maybe just Discord each other. So overall, it's really just we got to find a good place to keep our stuff. I mean, Ledger is okay right now, but the whole sharding thing that makes me nervous, right? But at the end of the day, it's unplugged, so it's fine. Well, at least in my opinion, as far as I know. I'm not a guy that codes shit, so I don't know. But again, unplugged, it's not exposable because it's holding your specific section of the blockchain to be released. Okay, the app and the whatever, like any apps or browser wallets, if they get into one, they can get into the other. So
yeah,
I don't know. There's
I've just got the answer. So Serpent has been teaching himself a little bit of auditing skills himself. He's going to come and give us all the details as well about it, so we can add it to the website. Well, actually, I'll probably give him the ability to just go in and add them himself as he goes. But he's going to go auditing crypto tokens, so like ERC20 tokens, the new B20 tokens for Bitcoin ones, and so he's learning it at the moment. There's still some work to be done. But he's picking it up fast, like
That's
really
awesome.
fast.
Well, he's what? Serpent's always been a technical guy. Like I feel like he's very like deep in the weeds when it comes to like DeFi, new projects.
Yep.
Like he's very educated in that aspect. So it doesn't surprise me that he's picking it up pretty quick. I feel like
he's going to
can.
make a good
Smart guy.
auditor because he goes down the rabbit hole just as deep as I do.
Oh yeah,
He's
he
like,
gets into it.
head
Oh
in,
yeah.
just straight head first.
If you guys aren't subbed to Serpent, go check him out. Serpent X Tech on YouTube. I'll put a link in the chat in just a second. But yeah, that's awesome, dude. I like it a lot actually to have somebody else.
If we can get an entire site of just auditing everything that's around crypto, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll have contracts. You'll be able to look those up and have a look at what's going on.
Right.
You know, hardware wallets, software wallets, mining software as well. If it's more than just BZ miner, I'm hoping that by doing one and showing them what we can do and how we're going to audit them, it should open some doors for other ones to say, look, we've got nothing to hide, which would be pretty cool.
Unless we showed them too much and then they knew how to skate around it. So maybe
there's always that risk, right?
Keep some things maybe like dumbed down on the videos.
Correct.
I think it's probably a good idea.
We're not gonna break it all out and tell them how the secret sauce is. You know, it's not that kind of we're just going to expose everything you're doing. No. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the code. We're then going to go work out all the functions, fees that they charge. How long does the dev fee mining last for? Because that'll all be coded in there somewhere. It's just about going through all the steps, and we don't have to explain the secret sauce to anyone.
Right.
We just have to validate that they're not doing anything shady.
Right. And that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
All right.
So I see Mr. Hawks just turned up late as usual.
Yep. Thanks for showing up, buddy. But I'm gonna be getting out of here. I gotta wake my kids up. Dude, I'm ready to fall asleep. I gotta stop. I can't. I didn't play Diablo at all today, and I'm like, I don't even know if I want to because I'm so tired. I'm like, I just want to go to bed. Like, I had too much this weekend. It's terrible. But anyways, guys, appreciate y'all for hanging out. Yeti, as always, you're awesome. Thank you for joining me. And if we find anything else out, I guess we'll just contact you guys. I don't know if there's anything else you can do scanning that stuff with their servers down. It's kind of tough.
I know that Andre sent us some extra addresses. He might have even found where his actual ETH has ended up in which account.
I forgot to tell you that. I put it in the private chat.
So I'm going to reach out to the guy on Twitter and see if we can't do something about it.
Sweet. All right. We'll keep you guys posted then. Yeti, you're awesome. Have a good day, guys. Enjoy your Monday. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning, and I might be streaming on the gaming channel if I can sneak a nap in, and I'll see you Wednesday for sure. All right, guys. Peace out. Have a good one. See ya.